Alright guys, this is Primeval. We're back with part 5. I'll try to wake up a little bit and put a little more into my commentary here. We're going to go and work on our observatory to further solidify our science lead. It's only at 2 techs, so that's not amazing, but it's not bad either. Here we're just getting up our buildings, since even though maybe I should be feeling pressure from Prosperous here, we are fairly close on military, and I have the Great Wall, which I inherited or claimed from Theodora, or White Seal. Just upgrade some of these composite bowmen. So one thing about popping that Great Scientist early is we're really burning through these early stage techs. So at least there's that. But I would have preferred to have the Great Scientist improvement there. I've made a number of misclicks in this game, and I've also been playing a little slower and with less attention than I might normally want. If you've been with me this far, you've already heard me saying that's because I was up quite late pursuing another nerdy endeavor. So now in terms of manufactured goods, we're right behind Prosperous. We're starting to get a push from Shintoism, I believe. Let's see, what religions? It's Twinism, and Twinism is actually doing quite well there. So that's going to cut into some of our Pantheon science bonus. He's got religious texts. He's the only one who's enhanced anything yet. If we can get itinerant preachers online, since we have a whole bunch of cities down here, we might be able to combat that. Otherwise, his religion will likely just take over all of our lands here. Let's go and get some of our people home. We can go and grab ourselves a monument. We can pull back and put ourselves on alert. Heal up. So one of these Larcheneks will go back here and clear out these pesky barbarians, and this guy will go and explore the lands to beyond these city-states. So apparently I have a whole bunch of iron. Cologne just grew. We've got iron here and here. And right underneath Hamburg. Alright. So Cologne with 4 population, you can go and grab yourselves a Colosseum and then a library. Alright, so now that I've upgraded 4 of my comps to crossbowmen, I am in the lead militarily again. So here, I'm not sure if I should be pushing militarily while I have my unique unit. I think a lot of people would say that I should be. Especially since I have the military lead already. But my worry about going military is oftentimes when I, and even when other better players push their military, like this in a free-for-all, you'll be able to take down maybe 3 or 4 of your neighbors. But if you sacrifice science while pursuing military, the last 1 or 2 civs will be ahead of you on science, and even though their production might be lower, their superior units will cause you a lot of trouble. And if you fell too far behind in terms of science, you will have lost the game. So I may as well grab physics here. I don't know if anyone's got Notre Dame yet. And then we'll go and grab the printing press. We are the tech leader here, so we may as well put our guy on counter-espionage. Okay, so here is the deadly butterfly. So we have 3 of our neighbors here. I still have no idea. Oh, and India's over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Byzantines there really were right in the middle of everything. And we have quite the mix of religions here. I'm really shooting through the text as a result of popping that great scientist early. Here at Munich, we finished our amphitheater. We could build a temple, since temples do make food for us, and I really do want to be the second person to enhance our religion. Otherwise, we'll be just out of the game in terms of religion, which is not terrible, but I would prefer to stay in the game in terms of religion here. I really do like the Messenger of the Gods, although its value does go down as the game progresses. Venta, Cardiff, Antwerp wants our religion, porcelain, Colombo also is jewelry. Alright, so in terms of my city-states, I would like to ally with with at least one mercantile city-state. That'll really fix my little happiness problem here. We'll go and get up a workshop. In terms of diplomacy, Prosperous is at war with Spain and India. Maybe I should be attacking Prosperous here. I guess after I finish this workshop I can get back to producing military units. But really, while everyone's distracted, I can go and, get all of my infrastructure and wonders up. And I do have a nice chunk of territory here. I'm leading in terms of land. 5 turns until printing press. Oops. This is what I want. The diplomacy menu. Hanging Gardens. Prosperous has built a lot of wonders there. But no one has built Notre Dame yet, I believe. Add queue, yes, Notre Dame is still available. The Alhambra is also available. Okay. So I do need to take out this barbarian camp, but now the barbarians are up to crossbowmen, so the single Lanchneck is not going to cut it. And I really do want some happiness, so that might mean actually paying a city-state for it. In 10 to 19 turns, I should get a bunch of allies for free as a result of my high-tech acquisition. Colombo would be happy with me if I demanded tribute of these guys, but they don't currently fear me. So I wonder if just the one unit will be enough, or if I need to send... no, it's still not enough. I am number 1 on soldiers though, so it shouldn't be too difficult to... well, we just lost out on the Notre Dame there, with its +6 happiness, I believe. Okay, so they want us to demand tribute here. Ask for tribute. We have 3 turns to get the required number of military units over there to sufficiently intimidate them. Alright, so we can grab ourselves a library or a workshop. Let's go and grab a workshop. Alright, so this Lanchneck should be able to take out that warrior pretty quickly. The silly crossbowman went to the water. So putting a city over here wouldn't be great. It would get us access to the whales, but that's pretty much it. So I'm not in a hurry to do that, especially since my citizens are currently unhappy. So here, let's go and grab a Colosseum. They still don't fear me. And I think we have 2 turns left on that, so hopefully this catapult will be enough to get me into being able to demand tribute. We can go and grab ourselves a market here. So they're prosperous. When he was trying not to alarm me, said he was just going to go and liberate that city-state, but he went and puppeted it instead. So we can actually go and liberate or puppet that ourselves. we are still leading in terms of military. Here, the old dead butterfly is trying to stir up some trouble. Paint me as the villain we should all fear, but I mean, I'm not even #1 in terms of score. Of course, the score isn't the main thing you should be looking at, it's the demographics. But I'm not the production leader either, so, you know. Alright, so let's see if getting over here is enough to make them fear me. Still not, eh? There are these two city-state workers that are trapped on the other side of my borders. They just want to get home. It's unlikely that any barbarians will spawn here, so they really just are free workers for anyone to take. Of course, you'd have to declare war on these city-states. So Colombo was afraid of me, but Kokonoa is not. I'm not sure if it's in terms of the difference in their own military units, or the fact that they're allied with and being protected by Carthage. So here, they no longer have that quest, so I'll just demand tribute from them. We already have spices. We'll lose the jewelry if we take them over, so there's no reason to take out either of these city-states. We would need 61 to supplant them as allies, but they are the ones with porcelain, and we would gain favor with La Venta as well. So that's 15 turns. Give a gift. 1,000 gold is not really worth it. Let's go and grab our workshop here. Or actually, go and grab our granary. I actually want the road to the north here so I can move military units up and around. Our next tech will be up towards chemistry. But the game seems to be lagging for me. At least the tech is selected. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we just got ourselves our great prophet, so let's go and try to enhance our religion here. Our enhancer belief, we need the itinerant preachers, and our second follower belief, shrines provide happiness. Enhance. So the reason I was rushing there is, if that's also a race. Whoever selects their religious perks first gets them. So if someone else was enhancing there, I wanted to make sure that I was the one who got itinerant preachers, and not them. So itinerant preachers does require that I actually spread my religion. So I gotta get to work on that. Let's go and grab that aqueduct we wanted. And we're good. We are 30 points behind on manufactured goods compared to Prospero. We're also behind in terms of soldiers right now. So I think we will need to do something about Prospero. All these jungles make it a difficult path in terms of attack. So Prosperous just entered the Renaissance era there. We already have 2 techs sunk into the Renaissance. So there we just finished we're finishing our alternate road, and then we can delete the other one to save on maintenance. So I'm 4 techs ahead of the average, and quite a bit ahead of Spain. So Prosperous is still at war with India and Spain. We will want to get in on this war at some point. I'm not sure if I should be spamming more on Lanchneck, or waiting until I have a whole bunch of cannons online and musketmen. So musketmen are a lot more expensive. They have 24 strength, which is a good 8 strength greater than the Lanchneck, but they also cost more than 3 times as much. Okay, so we're definitely having a lot of trouble in terms of all of our cities flipping to Shintoism, or I guess it's Twinism. What benefits is Twinism giving here? Mosques, pagodas for the 2 happiness, ceremonial burial. Okay, so India is swimming in happiness, but Spain actually has more approval. Let's see. So I have a workshop up in Berlin, and I'm about to finish a workshop in Cologne. Munich is about to finish this granary, which will give me an extra 4 food total, so I'll be able to grow that up a little bit eventually. Here, we can go and grab ourselves a theater and a workshop. In terms of economic overview, Munich is our second most productive city. We might want to go and annex It's Hot in Here at some point. They are building something we want, the theater, so I'm not in a rush to annex them. Here, we can go and build ourselves a library. So that saves us a bit of maintenance, but it might not actually have been necessary. You might actually, at some point, if Looka Mountain comes under attack, wish that we had the road there so that we could move our ranged units back and forth and still be able to fire. Sugar for cotton, fine by me. So Prosperous has a lot more than us in terms of wonders. So we really should be attacking him soon. I believe he's still at war. Yes, he is. It looks like Spain's trying to fight the good fight against the Celts here, but he's quite far behind on tech. So probably the crossbows are making mincemeat of whatever he has. So I think what I'll do is stop the video here, and I'll see you in part 6.